really couple really good days of practice leading up to it, and just exciting to see that hard work that they had been really working hard at getting better at our base running and really our effort level and some communication things, and to see them come out there with that little extra burst of energy being at home, and then being able to carry over some of those things that we were working on in practice to the game was, it was really nice to see. We knew going into this weekend that Sunday was going to be a question mark, and in the past couple times we've thrown Jamie Fisher 2 games in a row, knowing that question mark is going to be on Sunday, and we just can't get away with not having her throw 2 of the 3 games in a weekend. So we rolled the dice again, and it worked out great. She pitched 2 phenomenal games. Our bats were as good as they've been all year long. Even a lot of our outs were hard outs. We did a great job at the plate making adjustments, and really, like I said before, we carried over our base running that we've been working on and really put a lot of pressure on Wichita State and took advantage of a lot of mistakes that they made, especially in that first game when we get that lead off or that lead run, and they come back and tie it up with a solo homer, and then we follow it up with getting a base runner on, executing a hit and run, going first to third, executing a first and third steal play to score a run, and getting a base hit to score another run and give us a 2-run lead going in to the 7th was key. So, it was a great weekend, not only to be at home, but to see our kids, who have battled through some adversity, played some really tough games, come out on the winning end, and really carry over some of that stuff that we're really working on and battling through was really nice to see. And unfortunately on Sunday, the weather didn't allow us to play that 3rd game. But we win the series, and that's what we're talking about right now, is make sure we win the day, and we won the day on Saturday, and looking forward to our next home game, hopefully on Wednesday. Don't know what's going to happen with that game yet. We're watching the weather, talking about plan A, B, and C, and seeing how we can make that all work. I guess, once that happens, we deal with that when it comes, and then this weekend looks really good for Indiana State coming to town, and a really important weekend for us, as far as putting ourselves in a really good position for the league. A lot of things changed this weekend. A couple of sweeps here and there, and people moved around. We were able to move, I think, 3 or 4 spots in one day with two wins, and things are starting to shake up here in the league. So a really important week coming up for us with home games with Bradley and Indiana State. So, any questions?
What is plan B and C if you can't play outside on Wednesday?
Well, potentially we can move the game to tomorrow, which tomorrow looks like it's pretty good weather. It's just hard with travel and class and things like that, so I don't know if that'll be an option. The other one is to move the doubleheader to next week and have them come here, and then move the single game to the first week of May. Those are all potential plans, but we'll see what happens here after today.
What's the scouting report on Bradley?
Scouting report on Bradley is that they have a really good pitcher, veteran pitcher. Maddie Lynch Crummery is her name. We've faced her. I think she's beat us once every year. So she's a really good pitcher. Hitting-wise, they're leading the league in hitting right now. Doing a great job offensively. They beat Arizona. They've got some really good wins. They stumbled a little bit last weekend, losing 2 to Evansville. But I think Evansville right now is starting to catch fire and starting to get a little confidence in the league. But Bradley's always one of those teams where, it doesn't matter, where the teams are at in the league. They're always great games whenever we go there or they come here, and really have been kind of pivotal in both of our seasons. Those midweek games are very pivotal games in the season. So last year, we were on that run, and they knocked us off at their place, beat us 1 game last year, and ruined our conference streak of wins. And then a couple years ago, we were second in the league, and they came in here and swept us. So it's one of those teams that it's going to be difficult because we haven't played a midweek game yet. And as well, they're playing well and have a good team this year.
Will you throw Jamie Fisher both games coming off this weekend, or will you split it up on Wednesday?
Well, I haven't talked to her yet today to find out how she feels. I think that's the biggest key is how she feels. And we kind of go off of that first game. However that first game goes kind of will dictate what she's able to do and how far we're able to extend her. Ideally I'd love to, but I do know that there's also 3 more important games coming up 2 days after that. So we have to be careful with her. I just would hate to see her put us in a position we need to be in and then not be there at the end. So we do have to be careful. But yes, I think we're at the point where she wants the ball every game and we want her to have the ball every game.
If it stays cool but dry like this, do you think you'll be able to go on Wednesday with the field? As long as it doesn't rain again?
Yeah, as long as the field's covered. It's been covered since Saturday, so underneath the tarp it's dry. It's just a matter of finding a window where we can get a game in and pull that thing off and go ahead and play. So yeah, if it doesn't rain, we'll be okay.
Coach, I was thinking earlier you said you could play one of your 3 series games in the dome. Was there any thought about playing indoors that last game yesterday or not?
No, just from getting the facility ready. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to get that thing ready to go to play a game in there with the backstop and doing some of those type of things. And it wouldn't have worked out. I think that rule was put in place to where if it was a late season, you needed to get one deciding game in, that in order for a team to travel here, they would at least get one game in no matter what. But I don't think it's one of those last second, let's just go in there and play the last game. It just wouldn't work out. Any other questions? Thank you.